What's up, everybody? It's your boy, StephenMotivate, back with another episode of The Journey. We are diving into what is the mindset necessary for financial success. I'm finding more and more that, you can have a lot of the tactics about how to get rich. But if you don't have the mindset, you're going to give up on the tactics before they actually work. Let's get into today's video. I wanted to pull up a statistic here. Let's actually try to go to the board here. Let's go to our lovely ChatGPT. What is the average savings of an American 30-year-old person? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. Okay. So, average savings of a 30-year-old American can vary widely depending on various factors: income, education, location, lifestyle. However, according to data from Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances and other financial studies, here's a rough estimate. Let's hope that they are right on this. So the median savings for 30-year-olds, the median saving is around $8,000 to $10,000. This means that half of the people in this age group have more than this amount, while the other half have less than that amount. Average savings, which can be skewed by higher income individuals with significant savings, is typically higher, around $20,000 to $30,000. So the average saving is $20,000 to $30,000, while the median is somewhere between $8,000 to $10,000. Huge difference in what people are able to save and what people are saying is their, what the data shows is their savings there. So what's the mindset? What mindset is necessary to be able to save that amount of money? And what's the difference between folks who have done it and who haven't done it? So let's talk about some of the things that aren't mindset. Well, they kind of are, but they aren't. The things that ChatGPT said. So the first thing was income. The second thing was education. The third thing was location. And the fourth thing is lifestyle. So first thing, income, right? Your income. Does your mindset affect your income? Or is it just whatever job you have? Now, let's talk about that in a second. Does your mindset affect your education? Or is it just wherever you went to school? Does your mindset affect your location, where you're actually located in the country? And 4, does your mindset affect your lifestyle? Well, as you can probably see, I'm leading the witness here. Yes, your mindset actually affects all 3 of those. Your mindset affects all 4 of those, rather. And a good mindset, a strong mindset, will help you understand how to adapt, how to change, and how to use those 4 different areas to actually get more money. Or as I like to say, build that firm financial foundation. So what's the mindset necessary for this? So as it relates to your income, your education, your location, and your lifestyle, your mindset is going to help you determine, one, what type of lifestyle you even want to live. If you don't want to live a lifestyle where you're able to go on trips and have extra disposable income, if you don't want to do much, then there's really no reason for you to focus on trying to get finances, because you could live a simple lifestyle and not have to worry about finances, and there's nothing wrong with that. But in our society, there is a lot of appeal, a lot of focus on the lifestyle you're living, what clothes you're wearing, what car you're driving, what house you're living in. And because that, there's an appeal for people to want to have more money. And so your mindset is important, because depending on the lifestyle you want to live, you've got to gear your mindset for how you want to approach your life. Location. Your mindset about your location is important too. We talked on Wealthy Thoughts a while back about, There are certain cities in America where things are just happening at. It's the cities that more people are in, more millionaires in, there's more jobs, there's more opportunity, and that's just the truth. And so your mindset affects that. If you're struggling about, trying to figure out, hey, am I in the place where things are happening? You might have to be willing to move. And what is your mindset around moving? Are you even willing to make that leap? Are you willing to go to the place, or statistically, proportionately, there's more growth, there's more jobs, there's more, all that sort of thing? What is your mindset around that? As it relates to your education, do you care about learning new things? Obviously, if you're watching this channel, you probably do. But your mindset about learning is huge, because now your education will determine, well, where do I want to go to be educated? Do I want to go to a chef to learn about how to drive a car? Probably not, because a chef knows about how to cook food, but may not be able to teach me about a car. So what's my mindset around the type of education I want and where I need to be to get that? And then lastly, if you do all those things, what's the mindset around the income I want to obtain, and how does that affect that? So look, your mind, the first thing I'd say that you need to have a winner's mindset, a mindset that I'm going to succeed at whatever I do. I'm going to succeed at whatever I do. But I want to couple that also with a spiritual mindset. You need to have a mindset of, I'm going to do what I'm called to do, not just what I want to do. You might have to get with the pastor. You might have to get with a spiritual leader to understand and unpack that more. But here's the trouble. If you have a mindset of, I'm going to do well or be good or succeed at whatever I do, but you are doing the wrong thing, you can be really good at something and do really well at it, and then find out later that it's not the right thing. Quick example. Let's say you cook the best steak dinner ever for your loved one or your spouse or your kid. Wonderful steak. Wonderful. Beautiful. You did a great job. You got on YouTube. You taught yourself. You were determined. You seasoned it just the right way. You picked a professional steak cooker to make sure that, the steak was great. And you executed to perfection. All to find out that your spouse, your kid, whomever, is a vegetarian and doesn't eat meat. So you did the thing well, but you did a thing that wasn't the right thing to do. So in life, the mindset you got to have, and I want to give you guys this because my life is not just I'm not just doing stuff, right? When you see me doing podcasts, oh, he's just throwing stuff. No, I have spiritual guidance. These are the pastors I typically listen to. Pastor Andre Mitchell, which is my brother. Pastor Darius Daniels, which is a mentor of mine. Pastor Brian Bullock now, and Pastor Stephen Furtick times, and probably other than that, Bishop T.D. Jakes. So these guys are all spiritual guys. They're all Christians. I'm not sure if you guys are Christians or not, so sorry if that offends you. But these guys they speak, they preach, they do things, and it gives me spiritual nourishment for my mindset. So I listen to them because it helps my mindset, and it helps me really frame up, not am I just going to do things well, but am I going to be even doing the right thing? And that's key. You want to consistently evaluate, am I doing what I should be doing? Is this what I'm called to do? Is this what I'm good at? Is this, where can I add value to people? There are many people that are doing stuff just for money and doing stuff just because, you see somebody else doing it. Well, that's not the case with myself. Speaking has always been something that I've done since I was young. I used to be in speech and preaching competitions. I used to talk in front of stages. I spoke in front of my high school graduation. So speaking is not a foreign thing to me. And for many people, it's not. But my point is that is what you're doing tying into what you're good at, what you're meant to do, what you're born to do. And your mindset around that has to be evaluated, checked to make sure, am I doing not just something I can be good at? Because I believe you can get proficiency and even you can become great at a lot of things, but there may be something that you're called to do. And so when you're thinking about what you're going to do in life, have a spiritual mindset. That's going to help you. And then what I was talking about also is having a excellent mindset. I want to show you this because one of my spiritual mentors just taught this. It talks about excellence and what is an excellent mindset. This ties into that. I'm going to do whatever I'm going to find myself doing. I'm going to do it well. I don't care if I'm gardening. I don't care if I'm, filing paperwork or, faxing or printing things. I'm going to do it well. I'm going to be the very best I can be. Martin Luther King said, if you're a janitor, but you're the best janitor that has ever been, then the world will find a way to notice you, to find you out. And so the mindset we've got to have is that no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to do it well. And this is sometimes a problem for serial entrepreneurs, even for myself, because I want to do so many things. But it's like, do the thing you're doing well. Do the thing that you're doing right now excellently. Before you jump to the next thing or jump to the next business, is your mindset that of excellence? That I'm going to do this business well. I'm going to run this Turo car the right way. I'm going to run this Airbnb the right way. I'm going to be responsive and responsible. It's not just about volume. Let's do as much as we can. The mindset has to be, I'm going to be excellent at what I do. And this starts very early on. I mean, you should be challenging, am I making my bed? There's a famous, talk from a military leader where he's telling the graduates to make your bed in the morning. Because one, you're disciplining yourself to do something. You're disciplining yourself to do it consistently, and you're getting an automatic reward. You're achieving right away. All right, I make it. I accomplish something. And so it gets your mindset into motion of I set out, I do it consistently, and I get it done, and it's accomplished. And so this excellent mindset is important if you're going to have success in your finances. You got to start thinking, shoot, I'm going to do everything well. Anything I set my mind to do, I'm going to do it well. Let's go briefly to the scripture. I'll let you guys look this up on your own, but Daniel 6:3. And this is I don't think the original version, but it says, then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm. Because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm. When there's excellence in you, people notice it. When you have this mindset of I'm going to be the very best at whatever I do, people notice that. And so instead of focusing on trying to be noticed, I'm going to try to be noticed. I'm going to just try to do my thing well. And I'm going to do it excellently, because if I do it excellently, people will notice. And that's the mindset that's necessary for financial success, because you start to look at my finances. Am I managing my finances well? Do I really know where my money's going and why it's going there? And if most of us are honest, we don't know. We get money, we spend money. We get it, we spend it. We get it, we spend it. We don't know what we spend it on. We don't know why we spent it. We don't know if the cost of milk has gone up or down. We're just spending, right? And, whatever you don't manage, whatever you don't measure, you can't manage. Whatever you don't measure, you can't manage. You can't manage what you don't measure. Said differently. So if you're not measuring your finances, watching them, then you really aren't managing them. And if you're not managing something, you certainly can't manage it excellently if you're not managing it at all. So this, again, is a mindset. This is a mindset of I'm going to do things excellently. When you manage things excellently, it makes all the difference. We're running short on time, but we'll keep on this topic. But the mindset necessary for success, let's just hit a few of these things. Success in your finances. You're going to want to be goal-oriented. Okay, what am I? A goal is something that's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's realistic, and it's timely. It has a deadline. If there's no set date, it's not real. And so where's the deadline where I'm going to accomplish this goal? People that manage their finances well also are very goal-oriented. They understand accomplishment very well. They understand, okay, we're not just doing things, we're making marked progress. I need to see the progress that's been made. Discipline, this excellent mindset. Also discipline. I show up on time. And this is important because it's not just showing up on time, which is a good habit, but it's also I do what I say I'm going to do, or I don't say it. I do what I say I'm going to do, or I don't say it. That's my mindset. So if I say it and I don't want to do it anymore, I'm going to lean more towards doing it simply because I said it. Because if you can't keep your word to others, you certainly won't keep it to yourself either. And if you won't keep it to yourself, you certainly won't keep it to others. Like, you have to become disciplined in what's my mindset. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it, or I don't say it. So you can start not saying stuff that doesn't need to be said. That's the mindset for success. This will stop you from, I'm just going to, let's do that. Well, let me look at the finances. Let me look at, slow down a bit and be more disciplined as it relates to those things. Another mindset is continuous learning. The Japanese call this Kaizen. And when the Japanese auto industry started to be more efficient, more effective, better cars than the American industry, people were wondering, like, how do they do this? Well, they were continuously improving. The improving never stopped because they kept learning. So if I keep learning, I can keep improving, right? If we look back over our lives, we've always been learning. You didn't know how to walk until you learned. You didn't know how to talk until you learned. But we get to a point where we get enough proficiency where we just stop. And the adults that keep learning are the adults that succeed. They typically also succeed in their finances because they haven't stopped learning. And there's things you need to learn about your finances. You need to learn how to learn. You need to learn how to continue to keep your mind adaptable to learning. And the moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. The moment you stop learning new things is the moment you stop growing. To grow my finances from where they're at now to where they need to be, or where I'd like them to be, it's going to take me learning more things. Now, I could stop right now, and with what I just know, I'd probably be okay. But do you know that's not even my mindset? My mindset is already that I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to learn more. I know about a 401k, but what other retirement accounts are there that I should know about? A Roth or a 403b or a SEP IRA, or there's all different types of things that we don't know. And being humble enough in your mind to just be able to say, you know what, I don't know, and I need to learn it. That's a mindset. You know how many people struggle with being able to say, I don't know? They literally resist saying that because they feel embarrassed, or I don't want to feel like I don't know, or maybe their upbringing, they felt like they always needed to know stuff, or their parents didn't give them the space to not know. And so there's all types of reasons, but it is a huge benefit to not know, because now, once you recognize that, now you're open to learning. The more we fake like we know, oh yeah, I know, oh yeah, I got it, oh yeah, da. You're limiting yourself. You're stopping yourself from learning. So the mindset for mastering your finances includes continuous learning. And continuous learning includes admitting to yourself, no, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my finances. I'm not just going to run and hide and, I'm going to expose myself. I don't know, and I need help. Another thing that's important is thinking long-term. Not being so myopic in our mindset. Only thinking about, okay, what do I need to pay for today? Oh, I got $1,000 on me, so I can afford a $1,000 purchase. No. I've told you before, when you get $1,000, that's not your money. 10% of that goes to your future. 10% should likely go to some sort of giving, altruistic motives. The other 80% goes to your bills, taking care of what you got to take care of. And you can stack up on your bills, not just your bills right now. Oh, I paid my rent for the month. Well, pay your rent a couple months in advance. Because you don't know what's coming up, but that's a mindset. Long-term thinking is a mindset for people that are successful with their finances. They're not just thinking, oh, I'm in the club, I got paid, so let me blow a check. Come on. When are we going to grow out of that, right? You have to think long-term. Like, okay, I made $500 this week, but there's nothing to say that I'm going to make that next week. So let me just hold some of that back. There's nothing to say I'm going to be able to work. And this is the whole thing about retirement. There's nothing to say, I'm 38 now. There's nothing to say that I'm going to be able to work like I'm working now when I'm 60. I may be tired. My bones may ache. I may not be able to see as well. So you can't just take for granted that you're going to be able to continue to work the same way you used to work. It's not necessarily true. That's a mindset, is to think long term. And the last and final one is a positive mindset. I talked about this last time, but, do you even think you can win? And you're at a tough spot if you have stopped believing you can win. Children, they believe they can do stuff. Oh, I can do that. My girls always say, I can do it myself, Daddy. When they're grabbing the spoon and, feeding themselves. And they believe they can do it. I don't know what's happened in life that has kind of squashed that belief, but you've got to find a way to get it back. That I believe I can handle money well. I believe I can make good decisions with my finances. But it starts not so much with the tactics. I know we touched on, retirement plans and but it's the mindset. Get the right mindset. And that last one is have a mindset that you can win. You can do this. If I keep learning, if I keep growing, if I keep going. And hopefully that encourages you today. That's the mindset necessary for mastering your finances. Think about those things. Work on your mindset. You'll have plenty of time to work on the tactics. But if you start the tactics without the mindset, you'll quit the tactics because you didn't have the right mindset to keep going. So keep going. Stay motivated. It's your boy, StephenMotivate. Until next time, peace.